You want to come up or you want to stay down? You have to decide. Because Mommy's going to film. I don't know if I can do this with you up here, but we're going to try. There you go. Oh, this is going so well. There we go. Okay. Hi, beautiful people. So we are doing another deconstruction today, specifically on Marzipan from Nutcracker. You all are loving these. I'm loving doing them, so we're just going to keep going, especially right now in Nutcracker season. So we again are going through New York City Ballet, Nutcracker, George Balanchine's version. This is the version I know very well and have done many times. And a lot of you requested Marzipan. It is one of the most underappreciated and difficult roles in all of Nutcracker. So I am very excited to take you through it because I hope you can really appreciate it, because just know when you're watching this, it's annoyingly hard. It's not like Dewdrop, which is like big and lush and, you know, grand. This is very like 𝐂𝐨𝐼𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴 and hops on point and like hit or miss and like pirouette to the knee. It's like very difficult. Plus, for whatever reason, in Marzipan, oftentimes known as Mirliton, by the way, the two are interchangeable in different versions. There's always some sort of prop, whether it's a flute or a wand, or I think the 𝐕𝐢𝐝 has a little sheep that they pull on a ribbon. Like there's always some sort of prop involved. No matter what version you do, it is just so difficult. I've seen this time and time again with all the versions of Nutcracker I've ever seen. Marzipan is just annoyingly difficult, and the audience is like, right? The audience does not care, because usually you're either like before or after, you know, Candy Cane or Russian or something like really exciting. I want to just hopefully make you appreciate how difficult this role is, particularly in Balanchine's version. So we are going to be watching this. This is Tiler Peck doing this. And actually, you guys, what's really interesting in this version for the filming, the tempo is a lot steadier than I've seen before, than I've done before. I remember having so many Marzipans that were just warp speed to the point like people were laughing in the wings, just like so fast. So this is actually a very comfy and nice tempo that they did for this recording. So I was very, very pleased with that, but just know that sometimes it is often very, very bright. So let's watch. Okay. All right, so right away, I want to get, again, this is, I believe, you'd think I would know this, I believe this is right after Candy Cane, which is often Russian in many, many versions. Balanchine's it's Candy Cane. And the applause is thunderous and it's grand and like the hoops and it's exciting. And then the way this divert starts, the music is like, as you know, it's very, very, like very quiet. So you literally, the five of you are in the wing like runners, like on your mark, get set, go. Like you're literally like ready to run because you have to run and pose. So the five of you are like, what the audience doesn't know is you're like in the wing, like, you know, it's just, it's a lot. I want to, before we move on as well, let me move this out of the way. I want to shout out the core. This is one of those core pieces that's a little more featured than others. Typically, you don't start with this as a core part in Nutcracker. It's reserved for the more senior core members or people who have done a few years. And in this recording, they were all senior core at the time. You have Alina Dranova, you have Ashley Laracy, who is now a soloist, Megan LaCrone, who you can't see currently, but you'll see her in a second, who is also now a soloist, and Mary Elizabeth 𝐶ell, who is one of my dear friends, actually. Hi, Mary Liz. She and I kind of got in the company together. We're buddies and roommates, and so love her dearly. So just I want to appreciate them, and you're probably going to ask the yellow point shoes, how'd they get them yellow? Well, back when I was there, and it could still be the same, all dyed shoes were spray painted. You turned in your shoes with your name on them to our shoe guy, and he sprayed them all and gave them back to you because it had to be consistent. So yellow point shoes, red point shoes, blue point shoes, whatever, spray paint. Nothing profound with the yellow tights. The principal is in normal pink. So you're in the wing, like, ready to go. Here they come. And again, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little, they're holding a flute. It's this little, like, to lack of a far better term, like a Peter Pan flute. just the little like 5 reed thing. This is also sometimes referred to as dance of the reed flutes, hence the thing. The tutus are also baskets that twirl. You turn, they turn with you, you stop, they keep going. So it's the flute, the dyed shoes, the turning tutu, the like difficult choreography. It's very difficult. And it has to be just so precise. You see Tiler. Tiler, again, she's one of those dancers that can do anything. And so her doing this role, she makes it look easy, but it's so difficult. Another thing I want to show you, appreciate, again, that Balanchine played with this, is them doing the same steps but different directions. So if they do this little like step through situation, then down, she switches. Do you see how they keep their flutes the same and she switches sides? There's a lot of that in this. And then she switches back. But again, it's just so precise. Walks on point, down, and pose. That's your 5th, that's your 5th, that's your 5th. So here too, playing with canon like we talked about in waltz and in flowers. She does a little prancy step. Then she goes B+, they go B+. She goes front, they go front. She turns, they turn. There's a lot of that in this too. It's a theme throughout the ballet, if you're noticing. There's Megan Leckrone right there. Rond de jambe, and again, annoying entre-chassés. It's like, let's just put a cease in there. Are you warm enough? I don't know, maybe. Then this section, it's another canon. They're 1 count behind her. So if you look, she goes up, they go down, she goes down, they go down. See, they're 1 count behind her this whole time. He played with this throughout the entire ballet. There's her cease. And then she goes down, they go down. She switches, they switch. They're just simply 1 count behind her. That's all it is. And then in real time, watch it. It's just like this cute little moment. Again, Tiler's 5ths are so clean. Another annoying part, hops in attitude. She goes on to don, then she goes en dehors through développé to the 𝐕𝐴, and then back around on a don attitude, plie relevé. It's so hard. It's so hard. Watch one more time. I want you to, again, appreciate this section. Because the music, too, it's not like waltz that's grand or Russian. Da, 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 da. This is very just like, you know. So watch in slow-mo these hops. So she goes around. She goes en dedans to the right in attitude, on point. She extends the front leg. She reaches to it. She développés. She goes arabesque, développé around rond de jambe into 𝐴, still hopping on point. Again, Tiler making it look so easy. And then she hops around into en dedans attitude again. Développé there. It's very tricky. But again, the best Marzipans make it look simple. Let's notice the core for a second. I really want you guys to notice the core. So they développé, they bourrée, they get to a little box. Looking for each other. See, a lot of this stays up. A lot of this you don't come down on this. See how they plied on point? They're doing their bourrée, but they're pliing on point. See, they plie on point, and they pique and bourrée. And they bourrée, 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 bourrée. Plie on point, bourrée, bourrée, bourrée. You see that? It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. Plie on point, and then poor Alina has to like book it back over here to get back into line. More plie on point. And then they do their little step, and she waits. It's a lot of like, let's stay up on point just because. This little step that Tiler does also, it's a triple hitch kick, basically. She brushes, switch, switch, and runs to the side. And they're just doing, again, they have not come off point yet. Do you see this? The core has not come off point. Now they come off point. There. There's a lot of point work. These are little, this is an 𝐂𝐨𝐮𝐵, but it's to bent knees. A lot of point work. It's like point class. This whole thing is point class. She's just walking on point. Look, she's not even coming down. These are tricky. This section is tricky. I want you to appreciate it because it's one of these like, it's just annoyingly hard. It's nothing like fancy. It's just annoying. It's annoying. So she plies fifth. She does coupe back, little, or embêté front, sorry. Then back, then front, then back, then front, back all the way around into fourth, and then pirouette to the knee. Of course, she does a triple. Yeah, so watch it real time. Watch it real time. Again, the beauty of Tiler is making it look like it's nothing. Nothing. Front and back, and front and back, and front and back to fourth. 1, 2, 3 to the knee. This is the lead's rest. So she's just, again, this is playing your flute. And again, watch the core. Watch the core. They bourrée, plie en point. They don't even come down. Plie en point to back. They're going to do it 4 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Bourrée, plie en point. Bourrée, plie en point. Yep. She's going back. She's just, this is your rest step. You're playing your flute. Piquet's coming forward. Now, notice this too. Another thing that makes this annoyingly difficult, these are piqué turns, yes, but she's going to the front of the knee. Typically, piqué turns go to the back of the knee. Please note that this is to the front of the knee. Watching in slow motion, here, I'll get you there. Piqué 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and hold. So we're gonna go in slow motion. Front of the knee. See as she hits passe front? So it's like a piqué turn, but it's hitting the front. Hitting the front, and she's bending side. So not only are we turning, she's actively bending to the side. There you go, you see that front, bending to the side. So it's not just a piqué turn, it's a piqué turn that comes all the way front, and you're having to bend it without dropping your flute, while smiling, wearing your hat, making sure everything is good, and your tutu is like throwing itself. Like, it's so difficult. See how bouncy the tutu is? Double fifth détourné. 𝐶 de point, again, a lot of 𝐶, a lot of things on point. These are double rond de jambes. So let's go back before we see the 𝐂𝐨𝐼𝐻𝐵 section. Let's notice the core. While she's coming front, bourrée, plie en point, they're gonna do 𝐶 de point. See, they also do 𝐶 de point. Back to the fifth, da da da, 2 and 3, back to 𝐶 plie, da da da. See, it's just these like straight little emboutees. It's hard but annoying because it's just like you have to just push, push, push. It's 2.5 minutes of push. Then, principal does 𝐵𝐺 Oh, the joy. Oh, the joy. 𝐵𝐺, which, if you didn't know, a 𝐵𝐺 should be brush, en dehors, en dedans. Brush, en dehors, en dedans. Does anybody fully do it? Not really. Tiler sort of does it. She's probably one of the best at it. 𝐴𝐵𝐵 to fourth. And again, we're all doing 𝐴𝐵𝐵. She's going to the open line. So again, it's just like awkward. Like, why can't we cross them? Why do we have to be open? I don't know. Thanks, Balanchine. Soutenu, double pirouette back of the knee. Oh, she doesn't do back of the knee. Interesting. That's a choice then. I love that. Does double pirouette, step up turn to the knee. And then these poor core girls have to run and get there. That's one of the hardest parts for them. Go back. So we do our 𝐴𝐵𝐵s. 𝐴𝐵𝐵, 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 𝐶, and then she does 1, 2, and then this is so hit or miss. Double step up turn, looking cute, happy, lovely to the knee, and the core has to run and get there. Now, because this is so short, I want to go back and watch the whole thing without slow motion. So notice all the little details. Just very precise, up and down. She switches, they don't. On point, down, and cross. See all the little like teeny tiny fists. There's so many fists in this. Little prancy step. She goes, they go. She goes, they go. Fifth entre cease. She's a count ahead. And the tutus are bouncing. she does her hops. On et on, they're bourrée and plié en point. She goes arabesque, développé en dehors. En et on, relevé. Little triple hitch kick. And they're gonna walk, see, all they're doing is walking on point. So hard. Ensemble, changes sous-sous. Changement en point. She's gonna walk on point now. Same step the corps did earlier. To the front, to the back. Arms change. I'll last one all the way around the fourth. Triple pirouette to the knee. Her rest step. Playing the flute. Corps pliés en points and pliés en point and bourrées. Little walks. Their costumes are exactly the same, it's just in yellow. And they really bounce, those tutus bounce. See, that's the thing about Marzipan. It is actually like simple, but hard. There's like simple steps. Like she's piquéing passe, they're bourrée, but it's just so hard in its simplicity. Bending to the side. Last one's a double. Fifth détourné, 6 de point, double rond de jambe, 6 de point, double rond de jambe. 4 of them, because why not? Do it 4 times. 𝐂𝐨𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐻𝑡𝐻, or 3 of them, sorry. Corps is doing little steps and ensembles. Again, nothing profound. 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝑡𝐻 to fourth. They're doing 𝐂𝐴𝐻𝑡𝐻 to second. 2 soutenus and a double step up to the knee. That's it. Please, please, please appreciate anytime you see, whether it's this version or whether it's another version, Marzipan, Mirliton, whatever you want to call it, is always so hard. And if you've ever done it, no matter what version you've done, comment below and agree with me, please. I know you will, because I've talked to my friends at Ballet West who do it. I've talked to my friends at other companies who do it, and they're like, why is it so hard? And the music's just like, dee, 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 dee. Like, it's like, and it's nothing profound, but it's just so tricky and precise, and just, it takes so much energy to be that precise. So it's a really tiring 2.5 minutes. So there you go. We'll keep going with this. A lot of you have requested Grandpa of Sugar Plum. We'll do that. Some of you requested Party Scene, which I kind of like. We might do those 2 next. But yeah, keep them coming. If you missed the flowers one, it's right there. You can click it to watch. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.